Hello everyone, it's Mr. Montgomery again. If you're new to these videos, welcome. If you have seen these videos before, well, welcome back. Today we are on lesson 1-2, and make sure you're on page number 9. I already have it circled at the bottom here, but I'm going to circle it again. Page number 9. Okay, so you should see this little girl on that page with a red apple and a green apple. And today we're going to work some more with adding, and how we can pick out some really important information from some little story problems and any special words we might come across that tell us if we're going to add or not. So I'm telling you guys right now, yes, we are adding, but I'm going to make sure I point out some very special words that will tell you for later on in the school year that you must add if you see these in the future in any other story problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this little story problem together, and I'm going to stop when I hear something very important. So make sure that you have your pencil ready, and we're going to make sure we circle the important things that we hear. 4 red apples. I'm going to stop because there's 4 red apples. That's important. And 4 green apples. I'm going to stop again because there are 4 green apples. I'm going to circle that. That's important. How many apples in all? Now there are 2 special words in this sentence, and I want you to try to pick it out real quick. I'm going to read it one more time, and when you hear what you think the special words are, I want you to point to them on the screen. How many apples in all? Did you pick 2 words you think might be the special ones? Okay, I hope you picked. I'm about to tell you guys what it is. The 2 important words are in all. Whenever we see these words, it means we are going to add. We are going to use a plus sign and combine 2 parts together to make, some people call it a whole, some people call it a total. Either one is fine. I'm going to use both words all the time, so we just never forget. Okay, so now they want us show how to solve it. They want us to show how to solve it. It says use cubes. I know we don't have cubes because this is a video. I don't have cubes, unfortunately. But what do you think we could do since we don't have cubes? Can you think of something? Well, if you're maybe a little confused, don't worry. What we can do is draw a quick picture. And when I say draw a quick picture, I'm saying you're going to just pick a shape, like a triangle, a square, or even a circle. And instead of cubes, we're going to make a quick picture in this box. Okay? So they want us to solve, and we know that there are 4 red apples. So if you have crayons, feel free to use the crayons. And so what we can do is draw how many circles for the red apples. How many are we going to draw? We're going to draw 4 because they tell us right there at the beginning that there are 4 red apples. So 1, 2, 3, 4 red apples. See, I made a quick picture just using some circles. Next, we need to draw some green apples over top the green plate. So let's read this sentence again. 4 green apples. How many apples do we need to draw? I'm going to let you guys try to do this part on your own. Go ahead and draw the green apples. Draw the right amount of green apples right here where the green plate is. Okay? Draw your quick picture. Okay, did you draw it? If you need more time, hit that space bar. But if you're all done, let's see if you drew the same amount as me. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have 4 apples with the red plate and 4 apples where the green plate is. And next, they want us to tell how many apples we have in all, which is the total. We need to combine all of these apples. So all we're going to do is we're going to count every single apple, find out how many that we drew on the entire page. So we're going to count all the red and the green apples. What I like to do when I'm counting is I'll take my pencil and I'll poke when I'm counting. So that way I know I counted it and it helps me keep track. If you want to do that too, that's fine. If you don't like the whole poking idea, well, you don't have to do it. Don't worry about it. But I'm going to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I counted 8 apples altogether. If we wanted to make this into a number sentence, how do you think we should do that? Well, you can go ahead and I'm going to draw some lines at the bottom of the paper here. I want you to do the same exact thing. So we have a line here. I'm going to put a circle next. You'll see why I'm putting a circle in a second. Another line. And next is the super duper important part. We have to have an equal sign when we make a number sentence. We have to. If you forget your equal sign, people are going to think you have a really big number after a plus sign. And then another blank spot. Okay, so go ahead and make a blank space, a circle, then a blank space, your equal sign, and another blank space. You'll see why we're doing this in just 1 second. Alright, if you need more time, hit that space bar. Just like I explained to you guys earlier, if you need more time through any point throughout the video, you hit the space bar, take your time, and then hit the space bar again when you're all ready to go. Alright, so what do you think we need to put on this first line? I'm going to give you a hint. It has to do with apples. We are going to write the number of red apples. So the first number we came across was 4 red apples, right? So that is going to be our first number in our number sentence. You know, and I'm even going to make it red so we know exactly where that number came from. Next, we need to figure out what goes in this circle. I made this circle as a blank space for our plus and minus sign. So, what sign do you think we need inside the circle? Are we combining with a plus sign, or are we going to take away with a minus sign? Point to one of those on the screen. Do you think we're going to use the plus sign and make a really big number? Or are we going to use the minus sign and we're going to take away and make an even smaller number? Alright, are you pointing to one? Alright, cool. I am going to tell you guys which one we are using. It is the plus sign. Because remember guys, I said whenever we see the words in all, that always means we're going to add. We're going to use this plus sign right here. Okay, so we have 4 plus, and now I need another number on the second space. What is the other number that we added together? It's the number 4. Actually, let me make that green. Let me make this green right here. Because it's for the 4 green apples that we had, right? So we have 4 red and 4 green. And then we have our equal sign. And then how many did we have all together? Well, we already figured that out, right? We have 8 altogether. So we would say that 4 plus 4 equals 8. All right, so let's go ahead and turn the page to page number 10. All right, so if you're not on page 10 yet, if you need another minute, pause the video. So everyone should be looking at the same page. And the first problem that we have has a yellow bird and some blue birds. And up top, they show some red cubes and blue cubes. And I'm going to zoom in for a second so you guys see exactly what we're going to be doing. It's the same thing we just did on the other page. So all we do is when we look at the picture to help us, since we don't have to make a quick picture this time, you're just going to count the number. So for red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 red, write the number right below. For blue, 1, 2, write the number right below that. And then in the middle, guess what? We're just throwing in a plus sign. That's all you're doing. And then you can count all of them together and find out the whole number. So let me zoom back out. Let's try this down at number 1 here with the yellow birds and blue birds. Alright, so I'm going to read it. And we're going to do the same thing we did before, where every time we hear something special or important, we're going to stop and circle it. 3 yellow birds. Stop. Stop right there. We have the number 3. We know that there are 3 yellow. And 5 blue birds. Stop. Stop right there. 5 is also very important. So now we know we have 3 yellow birds and 5 blue birds. And he shows it in the picture. So let's go ahead and count these birds to make sure that they did their job the right way for this book. So I'm going to poke the bird as I count. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 yellow. So on this first space here, what do you think we're going to write? We're going to write the number 3 for our yellow birds. Okay, next we have our plus sign, because we're always adding for this whole section here. Next, we need to count the blue birds. Right, so let's count them all. The mommy, daddy, and the babies. Okay, we're going to count all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, right on the second line, we're going to write 5. And just like we talked about earlier, after we have our 2 parts, right, our 2 numbers that are hugging this plus sign right here, we have to have our equal sign. If you don't have an equal sign, people are going to be really confused about what's going on here. So we have 3 plus 5, equal sign. Now all we're going to do is we can use the picture to help us to find out the total, the whole number that we're looking for. So let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our total, or our whole number, is 8. And you guys are going to hear me say stuff like this a lot, like the whole, total, and anything that comes before this is called the part. So we have one part here. We have another part here. And these parts, they like to give plus signs lots of hugs. They will always hug the plus sign. Then our big whole number is at the end. Whole number. Or you could also say total. I like the word total. Your book uses the word whole. We're going to use both. Okay? So we took our 3 yellow, wrote it down. Plus our 5 bluebirds, we wrote that down. Count every bird after that to get your total. Okay? I want you guys to try number 2 on your own. I'm going to give you guys a minute. But of course, I will read it first. I know we are just entering first grade and we still have some trouble reading. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I got you guys covered. Okay, so I'm going to read it. If you hear something special, go ahead and try circling it on your own. We have 1 white egg and 6 blue eggs. How many eggs in all? Oh man, we had these words in all again. I hope you guys remember what that means. So go ahead and we're going to do this in parts. First, I want you to write the part that goes on this first space. I'll give you guys a second to do that. Next, I want you to put the correct sign in the circle. are we going to put a plus sign or a minus sign? So it's going to be a plus or minus. Which one goes in that circle? Next, on this next blank line, you need to put the other part. Okay, did you guys do all that? All I want you to do is fill in these first three. And then stop. If you need more time, go ahead and hit that space bar. It's no big deal. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reread this, and we're going to go over this first little part here together. We have 1 white egg. The number 1 is very important. And 6 blue eggs. 6 is very important. Okay, and of course they want us to fill in this number sentence. Let's do that. The first number you came across is 1. So we're going to write a number 1 on that first line. And next we need to put the correct sign. Is it plus or minus? Since we see the words in all, that tells us it's going to be a nice big plus sign. And then we have 6 blue eggs. 6 goes on that second line. So we have 1 white egg plus 6 blue eggs. Okay, this circle I'm going to walk through, you guys. Make sure you put your equal sign. Okay. But now on your own, I want you to write the total on this last line. They want to know how many eggs. This is for your total. Or you could call it your whole number. I'm going to give you guys a minute to figure this out. Use the picture to help you. It's there to help you, not hurt you. Okay, did you guys do it? Alright, if you're having a little trouble, don't worry. We're going to go over the answer together. Okay, so what we do is first we can start counting this 1 white egg. And I like to poke when I count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now we know we have 7 eggs all together. So 1 plus 6 is 7. That's all. All right, we're going to do one more together. So go ahead and turn to the next page, which is page number 11. All right, here's what page 11 looks like. I'm going to circle the page number at the bottom. Make sure that you're seeing a whole bunch of pigs at the top. You have 2 sets of pigs kind of sitting in some mud here. I'm going to zoom in. Now I'm going to read this one with you, but you're going to try this completely on your own, okay? Completely on your own. And then we will go over it together. Okay, so 3 little pigs and 4 big pigs. How many pigs in all? Okay, make a number sentence and tell me how many pigs we have all together. Okay, if you need more time, pause the video for me. Alright? If you don't need more time, well, we're going to read this again and go over it together. And make sure you check your work. And we're going to see if you did make a mistake, we're going to try to figure out where you made a mistake. Only if you did. See what kind of answer you guys got here. So 3 little pigs. I'm going to stop. I'm going to circle that number 3 because it's very special. And 4 big pigs. I'm going to circle that number 4 because it's also very special. How many pigs in all? That special phrase again, in all, very, very important. That means we are going to add with our big plus sign. So now let's figure out how to make this addition sentence. We know that there's 3 little pigs. That was the first number. So it's the first number I write on my line here. Okay, next I need a plus sign. And now I need my next number. We have 4 big pigs. So I'm going to write the number 4. Remember, so after we have our 2 numbers hugging a plus sign, we have to have an equal sign. And I'll show you what happens. After this, I'll show you what happens if we forget our equal sign. Okay, and it says how many pigs in all? Well, let's count the pigs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have 7 pigs all together. So 3 plus 4 equals 7. Now, if you forgot your equal sign, here's what's going to happen. It looks like you're saying 3 plus 47. That's a huge number. Huge number. It's not going to give us the correct answer. So, after you put in your 2 parts that hug the plus sign, don't forget your equal sign. 3 plus 4 equals 7. Okay, I would like you guys to try the rest all on your own. If you're not in my class, though, then make sure you let your teacher know or ask your teacher what you like, he or she would like you to work on. But if you're in my classroom and you're watching this, I want you to try these last 2 on your own, okay? I'm going to read them, though. 3 box cars and 3 tank cars. How many cars in all? And then number 5. 2 red hats, 3 shoes, 7 blue hats. How many hats in all? And it says you can draw a picture and write an addition sentence. It gives you the lines at the bottom. Okay? So, if you're in my classroom and you're watching this and you're a little confused, that's okay. Make sure you let me know that you're a little confused. But if I'm teaching, make sure you're raising your hand and that we're not calling out. But I hope that this video helps you guys out. If you think this is easy, I am super excited that you think it's easy and fun. Some friends do. Some friends have some trouble. So it's very important that I know who is still having some trouble with this. Okay? But that's it. I'll see you guys next time with another math video, and we'll be doing lesson 1-3 next time. Have a great day, guys.